You already know BC and McLaren don't make sense. I'm gonna touch on this Jonah Hill situation, and it's no different than the Amber Heard with Johnny Depp. It's no different than a lot of these situations that you see, even with Jonathan Majors, which is a little bit more extreme. But not saying that this case can't get there, because when these men move on from these women, especially if they have their own, they're making money, they're doing what they have to do in society, they're making their mark as a high value man. These women can't accept it. It's funny how they are complaining after the fact these men leave. When they have standards and they have their rules. You just don't want to get on the Jonah Hill program. So let's get to it. Now this is her, like I said, to each his own. She she is something that Jonah Hill likes. He likes the surfer look, the body, whatever the case may be. That's what he likes. So we're just gonna go with that. Since that's what he likes, that's what he likes. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing to say against that. Now, after they already been broken up for a while now, she decides to unleash a barrage of messages. This is a warning to all girls. If your partner is talking to you like this, make an exit plan. Mind you, he already left. You what exit plan needed to be executed when he already left? Like, I don't understand that. I guess she thought she was going somewhere with this. So she posted a picture. She said, "Now this is a text message between them both. I believe this is Jonah Hill, the actual Gray. Now, respect however you want to live your life. You only get one. Sort of done with explaining myself." She said, "Three removed, not the video yet. It is my best surfing video. Would you feel better if the cover frame was different? Question. Any more specific ones that bother you? Yes. One that isn't of your in a thong." Now, no man, especially a high value, especially a man that has any type of intelligence and standards, wants a woman having her ass cheeks hanging out. Literally having the world, look at her as if she's a piece of meat, having her on display. That's what a man of integrity would not want. Any man that wants his woman to walk around so any man can see him, that's a guy that needs validation as well. He needs somebody to let him know that, hey, look, I got this chick on my arm. I want you to, give me praise for that. But that's actually simp behavior. And we live in a society today that when a man that has respect, integrity, honor wants that, it's always seen as a big deal. It's no different than the situation with what's the guy? Yeah, with Kiki Palmer's ex-boyfriend. Now ex, right? Because he has standards. He don't want his girl going out getting serenaded and touched on and lusting after a man because he doesn't because he has standards. He don't want that now. All of a sudden, he's the bad guy, right? Walter and them that call evil good and good evil. Now let's keep going. Jonah said, plain and simple. If you need surfing with men, boundaries inappropriate. Friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself, bathing suits. Now all this could have been kept offline. This is what you call a bitter person. If he was all these things, I don't see why people need to exploit people if you feel like they were this and that. I would just leave them where they at. I don't need to exploit them. You obviously didn't want to deal with them. You moved on. You happy with your life. Why you feel the need to put these things out here? This is all private. He ain't put none of your messages out. He moved on. I guess you can't accept that, right? All right. Friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past, meaning, hey, this girl probably had a past of a 304 hot girl summer, and he doesn't want her hanging out with women that have that same mentality, basically taking ungodly counsel. See, if you have to put this out there, and I'm pretty sure this isn't the first time he did this, he probably put this out there a plethora of times, but she just didn't listen. He literally said, posting sexual pics, like we went over before, "I am not the right partner for you." He's letting you know that, look, the things that I value and that I want, you're obviously not accommodating that. So I don't really need to be in this situation. And since you don't respect my boundaries, then go on with your life. That's basically what he's saying. It doesn't need to be broadcast for the whole world to see. And I see no issue with what he said because he has his standards. It's not. It's funny that if a woman say she want a guy that's 6 foot tall, makes this amount of money, blah 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 blah. There's never no backlash. But the moment you say she got to have natural hair, she can't not be posting provocative pictures online. All of a sudden, you're primary enemy number one. Because we live in a matriarchic society, and every matriarchic society is always doomed to fail. The Bible tells you that. Because when you allow women to take charge and lead, people they're going to be errors. See, that's why you got to be careful about who you allow in your life, especially if you're a man of integrity. A lot of these women are very masculine, and you cannot lose frame. Keep a steady frame. uh Remain in the spirit, and don't allow anybody to break that and feel like you're being pessimistic, or you're abusive, you're a misogynistic kind of individual when you're not. You just have standards.